What's up, dudes? It's Jeremy. Today I'm doing a discussion video on Deadpool, which just came out Friday. It was so freaking awesome. I loved it so much. There are going to be spoilers, so if you don't want spoilers, now's your chance to get out. I have my 1-minute review up, which is spoiler free, so you can go check that out instead. So, just like I always do, I'm going to start with the ending. I work my way backwards. With the ending, this is like the only problem that I had with the whole movie is that I thought it was just like a little routine. It's the same thing that we always see, or just like good guy wins, and it was really predictable and that kind of thing. But it was fine because the whole movie had such a great sense of style to it. It was so Deadpool that it made up for any small flaws in the movie. Probably my favorite part about this movie is how they captured the fourth wall breaks, though, because that's a huge part of Deadpool's character. And I was thinking the entire time before seeing this movie that that's where they were going to go for cheap shots and they were going to attempt to do the fourth wall breaks and it wasn't going to work. But they did it really well. I think there was only 3 or 4 times that they broke the fourth wall, and that's, like I said, probably the best part of the whole movie in my opinion. Going backwards to the characters, Ryan Reynolds, of course, killed the Deadpool part. He just is Deadpool. I have high praise for him doing all the work that he did to even make this movie happen, and all it took for him to get the R rating, because that was a big deal whenever it was PG-13 and there's going to be an unrated version on the DVD, and then they finally just went with the R rating, and I think that it worked. I think they did it really well. It wasn't over the top. It wasn't like this movie's rated R, so there's going to be a shit ton of blood and a shit ton of the F-bombs. And it is an origin story, the origin of Deadpool. The nice thing is that Deadpool has a really interesting origin. It's way different from anything else, and it's told very different. There's a lot of time jumping that I think broke it up really well, because we've seen so many origin stories at this point. That's also something that I touched on in my 1-minute review, is that I think now was perfect timing. This is the perfect time for Deadpool to release, because we've gotten to a point where everybody's on board with the superhero movies. So there was a ton of hype just for another superhero movie, but it also was felt really fresh from some of the stuff that we're seeing. We're getting like more origin stories. It's like we've been getting origin superhero movies for the last 10 years. So it was nice to get something really different from everything else. And I also think that the R rating probably wouldn't have happened if it weren't for that too, because like I said, everybody's just ready for something new. As for the other characters, I really like Colossus. It was cool to see him like actually have a speaking role, because he's been in some of the X-Men movies, but he's just like this faceless character they put in those movies, where this one he actually had a role in the movie. Negasonic, well, Teenage Warhead, whatever, she was alright. Like, could have been easily replaced, but she was okay. I was okay with them being the only 2 X-Men thrown in the movie, because it could have easily been a really clustered movie, and just they could have easily gotten too many people in there for the sake of getting too many well-known characters in there. I was surprised to see the Blackbird flying in the background of one of the scenes. That's a big deal for Deadpool. I was also surprised that he didn't mention wanting to fly it or flying it or anything like that. So the ending credits scene confirms that there's going to be a Deadpool 2, which is awesome, and it confirmed that Cable's going to be in Deadpool 2, which I think is awesome, because I was hoping to see Cable in this one, but it's fine. We'll see him in the next one. Anyways, real quick, some highlights, my favorite parts. The baby hand was hands down the funniest part of the movie, when it just crawls up on Al's chin. And also, my wife's favorite part was, in the first 2 minutes of the movie, was the cartoon drawing that he holds up to the driver of the SUV and asks him, "Have you seen this man?" And the whole movie was so great, though. The Zamboni scene was also pretty great, when he tells one of the baddies that he's going to kill him in 5 minutes. Anyways, as I said before, this was my most anticipated superhero movie of this year, and I loved it so much. Might have to go see it again. If not, it's all good, because we got so many other movies to look forward to. Anyways, that's all I got, dudes. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you thought of the movie, what you liked, didn't like. And as always, thanks for watching, dudes.